Moving Forward, sponsored by MPW Mocklink TV and Mocklink Internet, online at mpw.org. Each weekday morning, our local talk segment brings you the people who are helping move our community forward. Let's start the show.
Good morning, AM 860 FM 95.1 KWPC. I'm Jordan Davis. Thanks for tuning in with us here on this Wednesday, March 6th. Still as cold as can be outside, but I think it's going to warm up eventually. At least that's what I'm hoping for. Thanks for tuning in again. This is brought to you by Muscatine Power and Water. Try it before you buy it. Head on over to mpw.org, check out all their services, and find the ones that are the right fit for you by trying them before you pay for them. Try it before you buy it now on mpw.org. Again, I'm Jordan Davis. I'm joined in the studio by Lindsey Phillips with Big Brothers Big Sisters. How are you this morning, Lindsey?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. We're really excited to have you in because we want to talk a little bit about all the great stuff that you guys do. And I know that I spoke with Special Olympics. I spoke with Jason Miller a little while ago, and they're busy, and you guys work very closely with them from time to time. Is he still out there? Are you guys in the same area at the Y?
Yeah. So right when you walk into that entrance there's a couple offices right to your left, and so Special Olympics is there, and then Big Brothers Big Sisters is right next door.
Gotcha. So you guys are working out of the YMCA, so you're helping with kids. And tell us a little bit about Big Brothers Big Sisters. I know a lot of folks know about what it is here in the community, but it's always great to get a refresher.
Sure. So Big Brothers Big Sisters is a one-to-one mentoring organization. The only time that looks a little different is when we have a big couple. So husbands and wives or significant others can mentor the same child, kind of more in like a family setting. And then we have volunteers working in the schools where they're paired up with a child in the school system, and then in the community for about an hour a week. They're just hanging out and building friendships.
And why is it so important that they get that relationship with those adults? Because it's not really like it's a parent figure. It's a older friend, right?
Right. It's somebody else. So I mean, we've all grown up, and sometimes your parents aren't the people that you want to turn to, or you just need a little bit of support outside of the family or outside of the home. And there's studies that tell us that 1 in 3 kids don't have an additional positive adult influence. And a positive adult in your life increases your attendance, it improves your academic success, peer relationships, and then it just provides you another set of values and models so that your perception can, it broadens,
right?
Which is essential for positive growth. So
absolutely,
it does that. It's
so important for kids to have good adult role models in their life, because you can see it now. You can see it when you see kids, or how kids are turning out. We're living in an age where you can see exactly what kids are like, because you can go on Facebook, you can go on YouTube, whatever. You can see all the what are they called, the TikTok videos, and either aren't Vines anymore, but all the videos that they put out, because everything's out in the open now. So
it's like, watch me open my Legos.
Yeah, exactly. So it's so transparent now that you can see exactly how kids are for the most part. But it's important that they have that active role model, because you don't know that they're always getting the best influence from just their normal ones.
And somebody that can just make you take a second to think a little bit more. Like, nothing's as rushed. I think we have this immediate response because of those social media channels and all of that we can immediately react and respond and have results to anything. And most of the kids that are on there, I mean, imagine the attention you're getting.
Right.
Not always positive, not always controlled or honest or safe. And so this is a way that the kids don't have to exploit themselves or put themselves up on a pedestal or on a social media channel to get that attention that they're craving. And so it's just a safer way to say good job and give a little attention.
Yeah, and those right now, I was at an event a couple weeks ago, and there was a gal that was there talking about how kids are interacting with adults online, and there's terrible stuff that goes along with that. But it's and what could help stop that, what could help curb that, is these good role models, having them in their lives, because what they're looking for is that attention. They're looking for the attention and also somebody to talk to that's away from their parents, like you said. So it's a big deal for them to be able to go to somebody in a safe environment, controlled environment. You guys do background checks and everything.
Yes, of course.
There's a long list of things you have to be able to prove, all that kind of fun stuff. and you guys are able to hook them up with the right kind of person that's going to be a good role model, that's going to give them the attention that they need and help them make decisions and stuff like that. So that's really cool. So let's talk more about the stuff that you guys have going on as well.
Sure. So right now we're continuing recruitment. We have about 50 kids on our waiting list. So we're definitely in need of bigs, always. I think that's just always an ask that we have. The largest part of our waiting list is boys. We've got a lot of boys on our list that are just looking for that male role model or someone to hang out with them after school or even in school. And we have a great partnership with the schools that they allow us to come in during the work week, and then several corporate partners that allow their employees to go into the school too. And so they honor that as paid time off. So people can check with their HR representatives and see if they're able to go during the workday to mentor. And if they are, contact us. And we definitely have kids that are waiting for you. Really just sitting there waiting. It's kind of sad. We have people in the schools all the time, and they notice who the Big Brothers Big Sisters staff are, and they're like, hey, have you found anyone for me? So they're definitely looking forward to having that person come in and just hang out, play some games. We provide activities, so if anyone is like, I have no idea what I would do, we provide a lot of that for you. And when we enroll you into our program, we're asking you what you're interested in. What do you like to do? What do you in your free time, what are your hobbies, interests? And we ask the littles, is what we call them, the same questions. And so we're able to pair you up on similarities.
Gotcha. Because it's also a good thing that you have similar interests, so that when you are hanging out, doing whatever, you guys have something to talk about.
And experience levels, too. So if you have zero experience hanging out with kids, but maybe you want to be a kid yourself a little bit for an hour a week. We have kids that are not high need by any means. Like, they are seriously just going to be your friend. They're just a smaller version, and they're willing to hang out with you, and you do not need any experience. We provide some training like that internet safety, warning signs, things to look for, and then just basic communication skills, how to keep yourself safe, how to keep your little safe. That's all provided to you. So you're ready to go when you're done with the enrollment process.
And when you said that, one thing made me think, our Big Brothers Big Sisters, are they mandatory reporters too?
They're not. So we don't put that pressure on you necessarily, but we will train you so that you feel comfortable in case you needed to relay some information. All of our staff are mandatory reporters, so if you had any concerns, you would just talk to us. I'll tell you, it's extremely rare that anybody in our program would be in that position.
Gotcha. But that's just one thing to think about, too.
Yes.
And folks, mandatory reporter means that if they see some kind of abuse, they see some kind of trauma that the kid might be receiving at home, they need to. A mandatory reporter means that they are obliged, I'm pretty sure legally obliged to report that in some fashion.
And that usually pertains in a professional setting. Yes. And so this is not that. This really is, you're there as a friend, one-on-one, providing a supportive relationship to a child. And a lot of these children, that's not the home that they come from. I mean, that concern could be there for some of our kids, as it could be there for any of us, given circumstances. So there's just a whole variety of the needs of the family. And most of the time, it really is that a parent is just looking for somebody to fill a little bit of a void, whether it be that attention-seeking behavior, or they have a lot of siblings, maybe grandparents are raising them, or they don't have a male role model at home. It's just a variety of things.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's so important that they get, especially for young men, to have that male role model, because it's all about, how do you treat others with respect, and how you carry yourself as a man, that kind of stuff. So it's really important that they get there. So folks, you can sign up with them. How do they get in touch with you, Lindsey?
So we're at the Y. They can call the Y. They can go to the website there, and all of our contact information is on there as well. You can find the application and get started pretty easily. You can also go to bbbsa.org, and that will put you in touch with our online system, and you can start the process there. So we are part of the Y, and you can find our office located there, right next to Special Olympics. One of the nice things about that is that partnership allows all of our bigs and littles to use the Y. So if you're a guy that's like, a little doesn't want to come to my apartment or my house, or maybe they don't want to come hang out with my family, but where do we go? you can utilize the Y completely for free, and you do not have to be members. Our littles also qualify for a YMCA scholarship where they're able to get it at a reduced, very affordable rate so that they can come throughout the year.
Awesome. That's great.
Yes.
That's really great. Now, folks, there's also going to be ways to support, and Ashley, where'd that come from? Lindsey.
Okay.
Lindsey's going to tell you about some of the stuff that they've got coming up. You guys have some big events coming our way once again.
Yes. So usually we're in here saying it's Bowl for Kids' Sake time and get your teams together. This year, our bowling alley in Muscatine is really fortunate to host the men's state bowling tournament.
Okay.
And so it has pushed us back a little bit to a summer bowl, I guess you could say. So we are going to be hosting Bowl for Kids' Sake July 13th.
Okay.
So right in the middle of summer. So if you're wondering where all that advertisement is or why we haven't asked you to participate yet, that is why. We're on a little bit of a different timeline.
Gotcha.
So Bowl for Kids' Sake is still happening. We're going to still be at the Rose Bowl. We're reaching out to corporate supporters right now and securing some of those spots, and then we'll start recruiting teams in about a month or so.
Gotcha.
And then with that, we will have our big bowling party, and there will be 2 sessions again, 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock. So be on the lookout.
Awesome.
We'll be signing up for that.
Awesome. That'll be really exciting because the Rose Bowl does a great job, don't they?
Yes.
They have a lot of events, and I say it every time. I haven't been down there yet. I saw.
You need to
I
come.
know.
You're coming to Bowl for Kids' Sake.
Absolutely. I love bowling, but it's just like every time I decide to, I'm trying to make plans to go. Folks that I plan to go with, it turns out. So, but
I've invited you, and I'm going to be there.
All right,
so
there it is.
You're perfect now. You can come.
I saw them having an event the other night. I think it was absolutely packed down there. I drove by and there was just cars and cars and cars. So obviously they've got enough space to hold a lot of folks. So when that comes around,
spectators can go and watch the state bowling too. So if you just want to go down and maybe even get perceptions of Muscatine, you're welcome to go down to the bowling alley.
There we go.
I don't work at the bowling alley. I'm just assuming that. So maybe they'll ask you to leave, but I don't think so. I think you're good.
Excellent. So anything else coming up?
Yes. So right after Bowl for Kids' Sake, and Bowl for Kids' Sake is really important for us because it makes up about 40% of our budget, and it's unrestricted funding. So sometimes we get funding and it's like you have to buy a board game with this,
Gotcha.
right?
Yeah.
That's just an example. This is funding that really can pay for all of our programming. It can pay staff. It can pay for those match events. It can support littles. We're not restricted on how we use that, which is really important to advancing our programming.
Right.
So that's a very important event. Another fundraising event that I hope everyone heard about last year was Over the Edge. And there were 3 different nonprofits involved in that. One was Special Olympics, Big Brothers Big Sisters, and then GMCCI, the Chamber. Mm-hmm. And so we came together to bring this fundraising platform into Muscatine. It's a Canadian-based company, Over the Edge, and they teach you and then send you over the edge of a building where you're rappelling, you're harnessed. So we actually had 74 people rappel over 100 feet last year. All of those people raised $1,000 for the nonprofits.
That's awesome.
So we're bringing it back. September 21st will be that event. So if anybody's interested in that too, we do have a Facebook group page that you can look that up. The facebook.com/groups. Muscatine OTE is where that is at. So you can find out all of that information too. I know people get a little nervous about that $1,000 fundraising. You can start now and just ask everyone you know for $10 every time you see them for the next few months. I did it, and I will tell you it was an amazing experience. I hit my goal, and I ask people for money a lot, so nobody likes to give me money anymore. My family's like, what do you want? But I got there. I got to my goal, and so it's definitely possible. If you have not done anything like that, you need to give it a try because it is fun.
It was crazy. We went up and we were there. We recorded a little bit of it because our old GM Jamie went over the edge last year, and oh my gosh, that was scary. We had so I didn't get all harnessed up to actually go up to the very top of the roof. I got I can't remember if they even had me put a hard hat on. I think I got in trouble because I walked too close to the to the zone over there. But they got everything all set up. Alex threw on some gear, and he was able to actually go out and peek over the edge with the camera. And that video is on Facebook and YouTube, folks. If you want to go check it out too, just to see exactly what you'd be up against. And it was a crazy day too. It was a little bit windy, a little bit of rain, but it's still so many people showed up, and there's folks going over the edge one after another.
So it was the middle of October, and it was a Friday. It was cold and raining and maybe snowing at one point. It was not ideal weather, and we were really disappointed. I think both weekends on either side of that were like 60 and sunny. So that was just the luck. But Stanley Consultants hosted us. They did an amazing job. There was a crowd there throughout the day to watch certain people go over. So everyone braved the cold, but we didn't want to do that to them again. Plus, people are on that roof all day long. And when you're up that far, the wind is worse.
It was,
you
it was tough up
definitely
there.
get cold. We had photographers that volunteered, Galen Hill Photography and Stephanie Dietrich Photography. They captured the whole day. They did a great job, so you can see those photos online too. And then Stanley Consultants was our platinum sponsor and building host. So they were very involved. This year, they've come back and they said, we want to be part of it again, so what can we do? And we said, can we move the date up so it's a little warmer?
There we go.
So
Excellent.
September 21st, and it's a Saturday. So they're going to still get just as many people involved.
It was a Friday last year.
It was a Friday last year, yeah. So this year, Saturday, we hope that a lot of families will come down and just watch. I mean, it's not often that people go over the side of a building downtown Muscatine. So
yeah, absolutely. And it was really fun too. We went out when we were out there. If you peek in the windows there at Stanley Consultants, they had put a whole bunch of different stuff in the windows. I think I saw all sorts of crazy stuff. I don't even remember what all was in there, but it was a really good time, and we're looking forward to it again this year. That should be awesome. And so folks can get a hold of you to find out about registration. You said you gave the website.
They can get on Facebook and look for Muscatine OTE, and then they can get a hold of either Big Brothers Big Sisters, Special Olympics, or call down to the chamber, because the three of us are benefiting from that again this year.
Gotcha.
So it'll be a lot of fun, and we're excited about it.
Excellent.
We're hoping to have even a better turnout than last year. We have the capability of having 92 people go over the edge, so we want to hit it. We had a full schedule last year, but we could squeeze some more in. So
awesome.
We're hoping to hit that number and.
So 92 is the goal.
92 is the goal, I think.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll remember that. We'll do as best we can to pump that up as much as we can to get folks excited for it, because it was really cool. I mean, honestly, if you go and watch the video that we took, or any of the video, where's that video that you guys had done? Was it, or the pictures and whatnot?
Yeah, so they're all on the Facebook page too. Yep, and so you can find all of that, and then we'll keep adding links and things to more. So, but you can come down and check it out. And if you have any, I didn't know I was scared of heights until the first time I went up there, and then I was like, oh, all right, this is a little scary. So come conquer your fear, if anything. I mean, these people are professionals. They come in. They're amazing.
They were seriously serious, because we came up with all of our gear and stuff like that, and they were like, they walked us through like 30 steps to get to get up on the roof, just to take the video. We weren't even going over the edge. So
they definitely make it safe. My knees were like shaking, but I had also been outside all day by the time I got there, and so I'm like, I'm not sure if I'm cold or if I'm really nervous. But they put that harness on, and they get you in there tight, and they're like lifting you to put it on. And the minute I had all that gear on, I was like, all right, this is safe.
You feel secure.
Yeah. So then either I was warm or not nervous anymore, because I was done. I was done with the shaking. I was ready to go.
That's great. So. That's great. Well, we're looking forward to it, and folks really get involved, because they have a great opportunity for you to help out with Big Brothers Big Sisters, Special Olympics, and the chamber down there. So absolutely get involved. This is awesome. So thanks so much, Lindsey, for coming in.
Yeah,
anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
Just that we have that waiting list, and so if you're interested in volunteering, or you have questions, or somebody to refer to us, don't hesitate at all. We just want to keep making friendships in Muscatine.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Lindsey Phillips, joining us from Big Brothers Big Sisters over there at the YMCA. You can stop by and see them, see how you can get involved. Check them out on their website too, bbbsa.org.
that's one way to get into the inquiry, or you can just go to the muscatiney.org.
There you go. All right. Excellent. Well, thanks so much, Lindsey. Thanks for tuning in for Moving Forward, brought to you by Muscatine Power and Water. Remember, try it before you buy it. That's the big deal right now. If you want to try your services before you actually pay for them, you can do that now. Head on over to mpw.org and check out all those great services that they offer. This has been Moving Forward here on thevoiceofmuscatine.com.
We'd like to thank MPW Digital TV and MockLink Internet, the local providers, for sponsoring Moving Forward on KWPC AM 860, FM 95.1, the voice of Muscatine. If you have a suggestion for a guest, we'd like to hear from you. Call our business line at 263-2442 or click mail at voiceofmuscatine.com. It's Moving Forward, weekdays at 8:15.